Keep it going. Back to all the characters, face or female. Get a super undead skin color. It's not rotted, it's not terrible. One looks like it's been stitched back on. That's fucking awesome. Someone looks like it's been stitched back on. I like that. That's fucking cool. I'm sticking with that. Let's do one that just looks all. Yeah. Maybe this one. Yeah, let's do that one. Black. Absolute darkness. Alright. Do we have that? Okay, so that's not a thing with the room. He's got no eyes. It's fucking hard to look at. That whole center face. Oh, he's got no eyes. This guy's like super greedy. Let's do shooty pants. What? Oh, I know why. Who's after Hunter? What's the next on the list after Hunter? Yeah, we'll do it later.
The Lady Sylvanas and her Forsaken finally took vengeance upon their hated enemy, the Lich King. Their dark crusade in Northrend.
Oh yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I?
Betrayed by Grand Apothecary Putris at the Battle of Ratgate, the Forsaken's devious plague of death was unleashed upon both the Alliance and the Horde to calamitous effect. Unbeknownst to Sylvanas, Putris and his demonic ally, Verimathus, had taken control of the Undercity. As a result, the Forsaken were wrongly blamed for the traitor's atrocities. Though the Undercity was eventually retaken, Sylvanas and her followers still bear the weight of Putris' sins.
Who's target dummies?
Mistrusted by the other members of the Horde, the Forsaken must now prove their loyalty to the cause and redeem themselves from their supposed treachery. To this end, Sylvanas has bolstered her defenses within the Tiristfal glades and readied her undead forces for any contingency. As one of the Forsaken, you must use your cunning and viciousness to slay any who would pose a threat to Sylvanas' rule. Alright, let's start by closing this. Bring this back out. Face, auto loot. Action bar. Shooty pants, rise, shooty pants. Welcome back to the realm of the living. With the blessing and the power of the Dark Lady, I have freed you from death's grip. You are no slave, shooty pants. You are free to choose whatever path you choose from here. If you choose to serve the Dark Lady Sylvanas, I recommend you speak with Undertaker Mordo. You will find him behind me in the graveyard. In the graveyard. Cannibalize. Oh shit. That's totally next spot there. Hello there, you must be Shooty Pants. I'm pleased to see that you're up and walking around, Shooty Pants. You've held up nicely, especially after being dead for so long. Others weren't as lucky. If
you wouldn't mind, I need you to fetch me embalming fluid and some twine to stitch up those bodies. You'll find both in the shallow grave, the building just behind me. Here, Jernell will join you. He knows the way. Reading. Shooting path. This way. Level 115 guard down here? That's weird. You will find the items within the Shadow Grave. I believe I left them on my work table. Exactly what I needed. You'll be an asset to the Forsaken. You know, word has it that you were quite the hunter in your previous life. Perhaps I should assign you a more exciting task. The Valkyr raise hundreds of corpses every day. Agatha raised you just a few moments ago. Not all are as lucky as you, however. Some maintain their free will, but live in constant fear and confusion. They usually run off into the woods, cowering at their own reflections. Others lose their mind completely, shambling about mindlessly. They often turn to violence and must be destroyed. This is your task. Destroy them, our former brothers and sisters, though they might be. King, peasant, or hunter, I don't care what you were before. I need somebody with a working tongue. Being raised from the dead is strenuous. Not everyone copes with it as well as you did. And particularly, there are 3 newly risen undead who are having trouble coping right now. I want you to find them and talk to them. It would be that they just need someone they can relate with. You'll find them here on the Great Road. Yeah, that's one good approach. What's going on? Who are you? What happened to me? Don't you remember? You died. I died? Yes, you're right, I died. It was an orc. He cut off my hands and left me to die. Valdred looks down at his hands. These aren't my hands. These aren't my hands! Calm down, Valdred. Undertaker Mordo probably sewed some new ones on for you. Valdred looks back down at his hands. I suppose this is fate then. Ha! Part of an undead army. Somehow I never considered that I might end up fighting for the Forsaken. He looks back up at you. What do I do now? You talk to Undertaker Mordo. He'll tell you what to do. That's all I know. I see. Well then, let's get to work. The Dark Lady needs us, right? Get away, me, you abomination. Not an abomination, I'm an undead. I want to speak with you. The undead are taint upon Azeroth. Every one of you creatures deserves to be destroyed. Lillian, do you realize that you are undead yourself? No, you're lying. My father will protect me. Stand back, monster. You want to fight? Because I'll fight you. I'll fight any one of you creatures. Do you hear me? I'm not here to fight. I've only been asked to help. Oh, really? Fine. I don't want to join you in your Forsaken. Maybe I'll start my own Forsaken. Maybe I'll invent Forsaken with elbows. You're free to do what you like. Who are you calling a monster? You're the monster. I'm just the man who died. Red path. Not even the power of the Valkyr was enough to save these creatures. They were doomed from the beginning. I obtained some equipment for you. It's not much, but it will help. Ding, motherfucker. You've done well. As you can see, not all of us have resigned to our fates. I'm glad to see that you are at least willing to work. Valdred will be a valuable asset to the Forsaken. As for the other 2, there is not much we can do. We cannot force them to join us. Darnell tells me you 2 have already met. It's good, because I'm sending you both into Deathnell. Your work here is now done. Speak with Deathguard Saltane and Deathnell to the north. He will tell you more of what you must know. Oh, man. Belching. There are no chapters and starting zones. Yeah, there's no chapters and starting zones. Hello again, Donnell. Where's Death Guard's Sawtone? Guessing that's him. Well, those Valkyr have been really busy resurrecting you newbies lately. I've already seen a couple dozen new bodies run down the hill since this morning. You, however, are the most promising hunter I've seen today. We've been shipping in dead bodies from Silver Pine Hills, Brad, well, anywhere we can get them from. We can't be bothered, however, afford to ignore the bodies which are sitting right on top of our doorstep. The last vestiges of the Scarlet Crusade roam here in Tiristfal Glades. While we've managed to push them from death now, several other bodies litter the buildings in the north and the east. You'll find them and bring that Daryl fellow with you. He looks strong enough to carry a few corpses. If you're going to be an asset to the Forsaken, you need to learn how to fight, and there's no better target than the Scourge minions that continue to pester us. The wretched ghouls and rattle-caged skeletons that roam the north and to the east are former troops of the fallen Scourge. They should prove to be an even match for a fledgling hunter like you. Do not tarry. When you are done, speak to me again. It goes down to the way that death affects different races. Like, humans just become zombies and skeletons, but think about it, like the Blood Elves become the Santhnil, or whatever they're called. The vampires. Orcs seem to just become zombies as well. I don't think I've ever seen anything undead in Gnome Land. Same goes for Tauren. The only time I've seen dead Tauren was when they're Death Knights. Like, anything can be a Death Knight, but a Death Knight's a different type of undead. No vestiges of soul. No, they can still be alive, they just don't have a soul. Lost me the focus, but I didn't get any credit. Undead Night Owls. Dwarves, I don't remember seeing undead. Well, maybe it's only certain races that become something special. Or maybe they're just turning into skeletons and ghouls and such. That's why I don't remember seeing any of them. I know the Blood Elves become the sun, so whatever the fuck you want to call them. Organs can't be affected by the curse of undeath. Great work, I knew you weren't useless. Here, take one of these. We Death Guards have piles of these things just sitting around. 65 copper pieces? Because you didn't give me a thing. You're growing in strength. I've seen your type before. You will be moving out of Death now and on to greater things before long. I just make sure you don't lose sight of where you started. You have much to accomplish. Why don't you go speak with my novice, Elwith? She serves me and will have some tasks to which you can apply your new abilities. Man, I'm having trouble talking there. May the Dark Lady watch over you. Earlier on, I saw a young Forsaken woman running towards the old inn. She was screaming for her life, pleading to be taken back home. Not all of us are resolute as others. Even so, we must accept our fate as undead. If we are to rise up against those that would put us down. Take my hand mirror and show it to the young woman. She needs to see that she really is and join us in our cause. Besides, we can use all the bodies that we can get. Hi, Lillian. Get away from me, monster. Don't look at me. I'm hideous. You're not hideous, Lillian. You're one of us. Here, look in this mirror. See for yourself. Ha! You don't understand. I can't be undead. Not me. Not now. And she's gone. Say she ran away. What a shame. Very well. As long as she's maintained her free will, there's still hope. You can keep her busy here in town all week, but you seem to be more than a fighting type. Elrith looks you over and nods. Yes, you'll do just fine. I'd like you to go talk to Executor Aaron. Follow the path north out of Deathnell. You'll find him not far past the barricades. Oh, I just realized that as I was running. Man, I don't think I'm going to be able to do much tonight. Do this, and that's probably going to be about it. What do we have here? A new hunter ready for battle. First of all, look at your armor. You're a mess. If you'd like to stay in one piece, and I have no doubt you do, perhaps I can help. You gather some paws and wings from the wolves and bats nearby. Maybe I'll find some armor for you. You'll find the creatures to the north and to the west of here. Pew, pew. Does she have the AC on? Make sure she doesn't have the AC on, because I got that fucking window open.
What is it?
Do try to keep yourself unharmed until you get some armor. Thank you, this armor should help you out. Hopefully, it should do you more good than the last one to wear it. One of our greatest struggles is obtaining the natural resources we need to survive. Gold was scarce in Lordaeron, even in the heights of the Alliance power, so many years ago. There's a gold mine to the west that has been overrun with spiders. We need gold from the mine, but we can't very well get it while the spiders are crawling around in there. We have not much manpower to commit to the task, so we'll have to do it little by little. Get up there and see what you can do for us. Spider fights. Ding. in neutral and I can just walk right past them, huh? You're not doing well on the whole staying awake thing. We're less than a fifth of the way through and I'm already yawning like a sociopath. At least 3.
I am forsaken.
Well, it's a start. It'll take a few weeks or months to fully clean out the infestation. After that, we'll have to get down there and some torches to burn away the webbings. You've done your duty well. While you were inside the cave, your big friend Darnell came by with some alarming news. Since the Valkyrie arrived, we've seen more and more undead that choose not to join our forces under the banner of the Dark Lady. They've been gathering at a small camp here in the valley, and now they've organized forces. They plan to attack Deathnell. Darnell is just down the road to the east. Be careful. While those undead aren't completely brainless, they're still not quite right in the head.
Watch your back.
Name, it used to be like, lead quest. You made it! You see those tents up there? That's where we're headed. The battle has probably already started. While you were taking care of matters for Executor Aaron, I went off on an assignment of my own. Shadow Priest Sarvis asked me to peek in on the Rotbrain camp. There's a reason they're called Rotbrains. The leader goes by the name of Marshal Redpath, and he's an absolute beast. Look, the attack is starting. You're better in combat than I am. Get in there and help out. When you're done, meet up with Shadow Priest Sarvis in the capital. Good luck. I want to sit on this just in case I decide to go survival. Sit. Pew. That was a waste of fury focus thing. Poor Redpath. I'm telling you, that's the name of the family and plague lines that you helped. There's a bunch of them. I don't remember all the names. It was like Carl, who joins you on that train. Pamela was a little girl. Joseph was the Death Knight, right? Oh, it's one shot and he's like on me. There's like 8 dudes beating on him. Oh, just make sure that's off before we hit 20. Phase social. Invites. What was that thing? I saw something I didn't think I've done this before. Quick join requests. Being born again into the power of Valkyrie is a strenuous process. Many don't survive the shock, turning into zombies or ghouls. Others retain just enough humanity to seem normal on the outside, but they're sick inside. We should have slain those rot things the day they were raised. As for you, you're a strong hunter. I knew you'd do well. You'll be headed out of Deathnell soon. Sarvis produces a piece of paper from within his robes. Though these These will need to be taken to my field agent, Death Guard Simmer. This information contains the whereabouts of the last few holdouts from the Scarlet Crusade. We will destroy these crusades once and for all, and I have a feeling you'll be instrumental in that effort. Take the road north out of Deathnall, soon after entering Tiristfal proper. You'll see a large manse. Simmer is inside. Hi, what do you think of my new gear? They're making me a Death Guard. Can you believe it? I'll probably be staying here in Deathnall. If things work out, though, who knows? Maybe I'll meet the Dark Lady herself. How about you? I heard that Sarvis is going to send you off to Carlson Estate. Big assignment, eh? Well, I won't hold you up. It's been a pleasure. I hope our paths cross again soon. And he was never seen again. That's 5 to 8, 3-6 attack speed. 5 to 8, 3-6 attack speed, so the same. Cover, yep. I should check it out on beta. Tiristfal Glades. Hey, bub. Death Guard Simmer looks at you expectantly. Yes, what do you want? Yes, this is very good. You've done well in obtaining the information. Names of the Scarlet Crusade officers in the Tiristfal Glades. Imagine the blow we could deal with the morale of these bloody zealots if we were to kill their leaders in one swift strike. I'll pass the information forward. Can I read this? I can read this. Let's read this. This first information is you deem necessary. Tiristfal Regional Command, Captain Melrachi, Captain Vacorn, Captain Perrine. Directed by the order of the High Lord, Captain Perrine, further fortify your position at the southwest tower as designated. Additional supplies will be dispatched at a later date. In the meantime, materials should be obtained from the surrounding farms. Also, further reconnaissance and information should be gathered about the organization of the Undead in Brill. Captain Vacan, there appears to be an increased movement by the Undead near the Northbourne Tower. This insurgence must be quickly and decisively dealt with. Captain Melrachi, there are concerns about the level of organization of the Undead near the borders of the Plague Lands. A fresh group of men will be dispatched to your position in the coming weeks. Glory unto the light.
What is it?
Humans are not notoriously fickle creatures. The farmers of the West are no exception. Sure, they may be plowing their fields peacefully now, but tomorrow they may be raising their sides against us. The Alliance looms close by in Gilneas, and the power of Stormwind looms to the south. Any of these could recruit these tillers and use them as a wedge against us. I want them dead. See to it that it's done.
Speak quickly.
What have we here? You look like a fledgling hunter. If you hope to prove yourself to the Dark Lady, you need to learn the ways of the Forsaken. To the west, you'll find a farm. Humans infest the land like mold on a rotting corpse. Worse yet, the Scarlet Crusade patrols nearby from their tower. Teach these scum a lesson and steal 10 of their precious pumpkins. Once you have 10, bring them back to me.
What is it?
You work hard your whole life, and what do you get? Killed by a plague. Then you work even harder on death, and what do you get? Money, yes, and a small estate with a few pesky hanger-ons, but happiness, not so much. I'm lonely in my old age. I need a companion. Use this leash on one of the murlocs in the Whispering Shore of the Northwest. You'll have to weaken it first before it can be leashed, then bring it back to me. Didn't it used to be go kill the bats so you can have cape or a blanket or something to keep warm? It was an old lady before. I feel like it was. You look like a pumpkin. You look like another pumpkin. Oh, this guy's mad at me. I haven't decided if I want to do that yet. Survival.
love to have tamed that, because it's fucking, look at it, it's like this glowy purple color. That's fucking cool as shit looking. But I don't have the tame ability yet, so I didn't get to it in time. Oops. That's a Scarlet Warrior, not a farmhand. Silly arrow. Lieutenant Gebler, how curious that you would decide to take a prisoner, an undead one at that. What were you thinking? Do you think that just because of the prisoner's former status that she would be above the edicts of the Scarlet Crusade? This is most troubling, Gebler. I would remind you that there are penalties for such behavior. I command you to execute the prisoner at once. She is no longer one of us. Oh shit, that's a rare spawn. Farmer Solidin. Lots of bags. That's my second rare spawn, and I found one at random, I think. Hey, there's a pumpkin. Still need a pumpkin. Bam. Oh, I still need to kill that farmer. Bam. Dead farmer. Alright. Let's go find a Murloc for the guy in the house that apparently wants a Murloc. It's kind of weird. This guy's out here probably one-shotting him. Let's go, my little Murloc friend. Yeah, I can. While you keep up. Nope, outran him. We gotta go do it again. And we're walking this time. Knew I should have just walked from the get-go, but I got impatient.
Loktar.
let's go. I can see the farmstead. Not the farmstead, the manor. I mean, it's called Carlson Manor, I think.
This had better be good.
You, the makings of a mighty hunter, Undead. I heard the cries of the humans from all the way over here. Perhaps soon we will be rid of the human blight. We need someone with initiative like yourself to drive the Scarlet Crusade to the grave. Prove me that you are capable of serving the Dark Lady by traveling west to the tower past the Soldan farm and slaying 10 warriors of the Scarlet Crusade.
This had better be
We will gather 10 pumpkins yet? You have performed your bidding well. You are proving yourself to be quite an asset to the Dark Lady. The pumpkins have a purpose. They will be the delivery mechanism for my latest batch of plague, which can be a particularly painful and virulent concoction. However, the plague requires a few rare ingredients. We'll need marrow petals, which grow at the bottom of the Stillwater Pond, just to the east of here. We'll need Zavron's thorns, which grow to the rocky cliffs to the northwest. Finally, we need some brownie sea cucumbers found in the surf off the Whispering Shore.
I'm listening.
Oh, look at him! Isn't he the most adorable thing you've ever seen? Thank you. I feel more energetic already.
Farewell.
Hey, bro. Buy some stuff off me, homie. Stillwater Pond. Because undead don't need to breathe anymore. That would be funny. In the situation of pet classes, if it's like, oh yeah, you can't drown, but your pet can. You spend too long down there and all of a sudden your pet just dies. So many dark hounds, man.
eat so many cucumbers. You're kind of right. There's really not a lot of murlocs out here. Usually there's like a metric crap ton. Like when it comes to murloc settlements, usually they don't fuck around. Maybe because it's in such a low level spot, they don't want there to be that overwhelm. Imagine the fact that everybody only needs one. Everybody gets one. We're gonna stop and deal with it. Beat stick. Oh, it's a mace. I can't put it anyway. Hey, Lillian.
What is it?
What are you doing here? Get up here. I'm here to rescue you. First of all, I don't need to be rescued. Second of all, I'd never allow myself to be rescued by an abomination like you. Lillian, you're one of the Forsaken like me. Which brings me to the question, why did the Scarlet Crusade put you in the cage? They usually kill the undead on sight. I'm not undead. Not for long anyway. My father will rescue me. I know it. Your father.
Beware the
Yes, my... Wait. Be quiet. The lieutenant is approaching. The time has come, my little captive, and word has come back from your father. Gebler, you came. What did he say? High Priest Voss denounces you as a daughter. He's ordered that you be executed immediately. Dude, that's harsh. What? No, this can't be. Gebler, you know me. We were friends once. Unfortunately, you were too dangerous in life, and you're far too dangerous in death. I'll enjoy killing you, you scourged witch. Gebler, father, why would you? The world of the living may have turned its back on me, but I'm no damn scourge. Just go. I think I do have to shoot him from the roof. It's assuming that Warlock doesn't kill him before we get back up there. I got to look for him while I was up there. Now I feel dumb. only got one ability for forever. Acquire level 7. Oh, that's definitely an upgrade. It's gonna kill it. I hate this comes up like every time. Back to the calls in the seat. Damn it, Carlton. That guy looks overgeared. Oh, just apparently mogged himself immediately.
What would you ask, Undead?
Most excellent. Your skill in the art of combat is undeniable. A letter, what does it say? The Scarlet Crusade take no prisoners. They would do so with this young woman. Curious. The powers that you described are even more curious. She passed through the bars of her prison and killed her captor. Why hadn't she done that in the first place?
Patience. Discipline. What now?
I got a feeling that this will be my best batch yet. Excellent work. Now comes the fun part. Harmless pumpkins, right? Or so it would seem. If we are to defeat the Scourge advances from the north and the human infestation from the south, we need to start realizing the full potential of our gift of undeath. With a little ingenuity, a simple pumpkin becomes an agent for our Dark Lady. This pumpkin, laced with my latest formula, will prove to be quite a treat. Yet another Scarlet Zealot has been captured and is being kept outside by the gazebo. Take this pumpkin to the food. Stay away, foul and unholy creature! May the light protect me. The Scarlet Crusade shall rid Azeroth of you. Oh wait, is that food? I am so hungry. By the light, some food. Sweet, sweet pumpkin. I don't feel right. My mind, my flesh, I'm rotting. And he's gone. Hey, buddy. Master wants weeds. Us got big hands and not good at picking. You help us and you need not hurt you. Us need gloomweed. Many weeds around here near road. When you have gloomweed, you take to Master Holland and Brill. These things are in such weird fucking spots. Let's get that fudge out of here. What are you looking for? Scourge have trickled into Tiristfal glades and have infested this area. I need someone to beat back the rotting dead and ravaged corpses that have taken this small farm. Scatter their bones and bring back their putrid claws. The Death Guards will reward you. Speaking frankly, the Forsaken of yesteryear were a sniveling, pathetic group, huddled together in decrepit old human buildings, hiding from the Scourge, cowering from the Alliance, and groveling at the foot of the Horde. Look before you now and see the product of the new Forsaken. We have made our mark here on Azeroth, and that mark will grow. Our dominion will soon blanket the world. You want my advice? Speak with Magistrate Severin Brill down the road. He runs that town. Hey look, a rare spawn. Rasan the Needler. Another pouch. Yeah, usually there's a good number of them underneath the bridge, if I recall correctly.
This had better be good.
Have you completed the task with which I charged you? Do you have those putrid claws? Well done, I enjoyed watching you smash those undead into rotting pulps. Oh, man.
I am forsaken.
What are you looking for? Executor Zygand asked me to take stock of our equipment here in Brill. With the Scourge and worse lurking in the woods, he doesn't want the Death Guards to lag here they might need. I found that we are, in general, well stocked, but we do need more weapons to replace those lost in the field. Here is a requisition order of what is needed for the weapons dealer Gordon Wendham in the Undercity. Take the order to the Bat Handler Annette and speak with her about transportation to the Undercity.
The shadows beckon.
I must have lived a charmed life to return to the world as a member of the Forsaken and the Apothecary Society. I couldn't have asked for a more suitable fate. Where's that useless abomination? Either you have what I need, or you'd best get out and find it. What's this? Gloomweed? I have no need for Gloomweed. That mindless mass of flesh is out there picking daisies and convincing the lady knows how many dupes like you into doing the same. No offense. We'll deal with Gloomweed later. For now, we've got other matters to discuss. Lady Sylvanas has called upon the Royal Apothecary Society. She has challenged us to concoct a new plague. A plague deadlier than any ailment in Azeroth. This new disease will bring our enemies, living and dead, to ruin. My studies show that the blood of beasts might prove to be the key. Here, fill these vials with Darkhound blood so I can test my theory.
What would you ask?
Information we've received from Executor around Deathnell contains all the details we need to wipe the human infestation from the lands. According to the information, the Scarlet Crusade has assigned Captain Perrine and a brigade to the ruined tower southwest of Brill. Kill 3 of these zealots and 3 of his missionaries, and while you're there, see what you can dig up any other information about what they're up to.
Beware the living.
I haven't got all day.
Boom, 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 boom. Yes, I'm Brill's local magistrate, reporting directly to the Dark Lady. Impress me, and you may end up meeting the Banshee Queen herself. Now, on to your first task. I need a fresh report from our Death Guard way station to the east. I must know if more Scourge forces have slipped past the bulwark and into Tiristfal. Our vigilance on the border is to the plague lands must be maintained. We can't let the Scourge get a stronger foothold here. Travel south along the road, then east to the fork to the way station. Speak with Death Guard Linnea. She has the information I need. Oh, poor damn pig. You deserve to lose his land for what your people did to us. Now back off or face the wrath of the Worgen. As far as you know, a Worgen rogue roaming in Tiristfal is a new development. This is something that Executor Zygan would certainly be interested in. Prepare to enter the Twisting Nether. Hearthstone. We shall herd the Scarlet Crusade like cattle to their demise. It sounds like we'll have to keep our eyes out for this Voss character. I don't expect any Forsaken to receive a reward if we capture her. It's just worrying that she'll eventually turn against us. Yes, that makes sense. Since the Worgen have come streaming out of Galeas, I know it was only a matter of time before their arrival here in Tiristfal. These Worgen must be dealt with, and quickly. Our first priority is to eliminate any that have infiltrated Brill. I want you to be on the lookout for any suspicious activity here in Brill. We know that these Worgen can hide in the shadows, so look for any signs you can find. Footsteps, kicked up rocks, anything.
Your enemy is abound. They'll all be
Have you
mine.
collected the Darkhound blood? Time is fleeting. You've done well, and I thank you for your effort. I have understood that one another of these foolish dwarven mountaineers has come to be captured. The Death Guard has them stored here in the building, and they've assigned one of their own to persuade him not to escape. Why don't you go see how the captured mountaineer enjoys this special drink I made for him? It contains a subtle hint of what the Dark Lady has planned for the rest of Azeroth. Why, if I had my trusted rifle, you'd be as good as dead. Just wait until the steam tank brigade arrives to rescue me. Ah, drink at last. What matter of ale is this? I'm sure it's no Rhapsody malt, but I'll take anything to wet the old whistle at this point. I raise my brew and hope to be rid of the likes of you. Cheers, you no good scoundrel. And then he dies. Dies a horrible, horrible death. Maybe I should have just brought some stuff off Frezza.
The dead shall serve.
As you probably already realized, the Royal Apothecary Society is a widespread organization. We take our plague alchemy seriously. If it is our belief that the more agents that we have performing experiments, the sooner we will realize our objective. One of our agents performed his work at the small encampment to the north of here. His name is Gerard, and he could use an apprentice of your stature.
What do you require?
You appear to be on official business. In order for supplies, you will want to take this to the Undercity, no doubt, and quickly, for Brill must not be left understocked. One of my bats can take you to the Undercity. Normally, these flights require a small fee, but the flight to Undercity is complimentary for a lovely undead like you. Speak to me again when you are ready to have it, so that we may arrange your transport. You will find Gordon Wedham in the trade quarter of the Undercity. That is the same quarter that my bat will have. Let's disengage. Bourbon, I want scotch, I want beer. Let's see my baby sins tonight will last. When you drunk, man, I'm gonna get blast. Get high, man, I can't got enough. Give me a triple shot of that stuff. Yeah, don't you listen right here. I want one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. One bourbon, scotch, I want beer. Greetings and welcome. I'm not good at smiling, but trust me, I'm happy to serve you. I keep my weapons in top condition. They are clean and ready to use. The order for Brill. Very well. It is an honor to serve those who serve our Dark Lady. I have placed Brill's supply into this crate. If you've already visited Brill and spoken with her Batmaster, then you may ride a bat back to her. Speak with the Undercity's Batmaster, Michael Garrett. He can provide you with a bat to Brill. Failed that jump. Oh, apparently I have to swim for a while, damn. Bile-rific. If you must travel a long distance, then a bat is your best option. This crate must reach Brill quickly. That is easily done. Our bats fly there daily. The Batmaster in Brill is a bat handler, and if you've already met her, then you can get a bat to fly back to her. Our bats will always fly to the Undercity, but to travel more remote locations, their riders must first visit the area and speak with its Batmaster. You have met Annette in Brill, so you may now fly bats there. Speak with me again when you're ready.
The shadow. Watch your back.
My eyes start to fucking hurt. We're over halfway there. 57 divided in half will be 28 and a half. So 29, 28, 29.
What now?
You returned. You have our supplies from the Undercity. Good work. These weapons will ensure our death guards don't get caught unprepared. You have valuable service to our Dark Lady. There's some in the graveyard. Flare. Ooh, scored me some braces. I just realized that's what it was. This reason it didn't suggest that originally is because it's leather. It's got agility on it.
Speak quickly.
To think, they've been right under our noses. I'll put my death guards on alert. This will not happen again. Let's see, 278. Warden training stick. Okay. Maybe it would look like a big. I don't know. I don't know what I thought it would look like.
What now?
Magistrate Severin wants a report. Very well, the defenders of the bulwark are holding a majority of the Scourge at bay. Some do slip through on occasion. We've had some sporadic Scourge activity east of the station with a concentration around the Boehner farmstead.
Our time will come.
Hey, here's a lady. Just have that. It's so cold now, the plague of undeath crawls through my veins like an icy serpent. The mindless state will be upon me soon, but no doom to destiny will prevent me from serving our Dark Lady. When the call arose, I sewed body bags for the fallen soldiers of Sylvanas' mighty army. Now my hands shake from the chill. If you would bring me 5 dusk bat pelts, I could sew myself a blanket. Help me, so that I can continue to serve the cause.
Hello.
You have the 5 dusk pelts yet. I appreciate your efforts. May Sylvanas recognize your bravery one day.
No.
What do you
I haven't got all
You should return to Magistrate Severn with the information I gave you. He'll want it as soon as possible. Be swift.
That better be.
It is troubling to hear the Scourge slipping past the bulwark. Even now, they are ceaseless in their assaults. But we did not give in. The Lich King is dead. We will not be taken again. Hello. What can I do for you? Who's the little guy? He's my assistant. Sure, he's not been plagued in the same manner as we have, but he is clearly plagued nonetheless. He's met the need of Sylvanas, so he's as much one of us as you or I. And just between you and me, to be perfectly honest, I think the Dark Lady thought he was already bending his knee when he entered her chamber.
Beware the living.
Holland, he's an amateur. You don't need a fancy 2-story apothecarium to make plague. You need love, and maybe some good systems. Let me show you how plague is really made.
Victory for Sylvanas.
My envoy has delivered me a bushel of gloomweed. Gloomweed! I don't need gloomweed, I need doomweed. You can see the predicament that I'm in. I'll make it worth your while to gather what I need. Bring back to me enough doomweed, and I'll give you a suitable reward. It is my understanding that they like to plague the flora near the mass gravesite to the north of the Brill Graveyard. Hurry and be mindful of the moles.
Can I help you?
Working for Gerard isn't all bad. He might lose his temper now and again, but he pays well, and he gives me a boost when I can't reach something in the cart. The mass graves within the forest to the west of us, made to accommodate the impressive number of deaths Tiristfal suffered when the plague first came. The bodies in those graves have so far been spared none death, but the scourge now send wrought-hide gnolls to gather the corpses and use them to bolster their armies. This cannot be allowed. Your task is twofold. Slay the wrought-hides at the grass grave at Garen's haunt, and gather from them the embalming ichor, which gives them life.
You have a great day now.
Ooh. I don't know what I'm in combat with, but apparently I'm in combat. Back there mutters to himself. You brought me gloomweed. Gloomweed! Ah, my doomweed. Excellent. Apothecary Gerard rubs his hands together greedily. These will come in quite handy. You've done me, the lady, a fine service today. As promised, here is the reward you deserve. While you were collecting samples from me, my experiments led me to realize that more reagents would be required for this new disease to spread properly. Poisoning some hapless victim is child's play. Plaguing the entire world proves to be a bit more complicated. I will need several scales from murlocs in the vicinity. You will find these creatures ambling brainlessly among the coast to the north.
Need assistance?
Task complete. Have you destroyed those dog things and drained them of their ichor? Expertly done. The Scourge are mistaken if they think they can use these corpses against us. The fluids you gather from the rot-hide slaves will be studied by Master. It may have secrets to use against them. Magadai is a foul beast, even by Knoll standards. He leads a band of renegade Knolls to the land, tearing up the glades and stealing whatever the corpses they can find along the way. Those are our corpses. We had plans for those. Magadai resides just up the path from us. Show no mercy. Mercy is for the weak. It seems that Gerard has you hunting the murlocs to the north. That's good. We can use their parts for our poisons. I get a little worried sometimes, though. The Vilefin spawning grounds are not far off Tiristfal's northern coast, so you'll probably notice several tadpoles among the adults on the shore. If these impressionable young murlocs were to seek revenge against us, that could ruin us. Go, chase them. Show them that the Forsaken and the Horde are not to be trifled with.
Alrighty then.
One ability that I'm just going to keep using. There's some Thule. Intellect reduced by 2. Two more fighting, then we can get our murder on.
Hey!
Ease. Excellent work. Now, if only I can convince Gerard to let us move our operation into the shack. They run from you? Good. This is better than killing them. If they live to tell the tale, then future generations of Murlocs will learn to fear us. Were you, Lieutenant? Those scales from the Murlocs? The scales are perfect. Exactly what I need for the concoction. The Agamand Mills to the west have been lost to the Scourge. The Agamand family has been slain, and the entire resident has been claimed by the Scourge. This is probably the largest Scourge outpost in Tiristfal. If you think you're up to the hunt, if you're enough of a hunter, head up there and speak with Coleman Farthing. He's been doing his best to take this land back, and he'll need help. Just follow this road, and it'll take you right to it. Okay. Everything's currently down here. What do we got? I can go away. Wing clip reduces movement speed. Poon takes me to an enemy. Raptor strike deals damage. Is that a Murloc way up here? The Murloc did some traveling. Agamand Mills. Ah, get back. Oh, you're not the Scourge. Like the Banshee Queen, you're here. I've greatly underestimated how bad it had gotten up here. The strongest point in the mills is the Agamand family crypt, with necromancy captain Dragul has raised the ancestors of the Agamans and plans to use them against us. This cannot pass, you must stop it. Travel the Agamand family crypt and defeat the raised Agamand ancestors. The action struck a telling blow against the Scourge, and your victory will go unnoticed, not by the Forsaken nor by our enemies. You do the struggle as we all do, and one day the Forsaken will have dominion over Azeroth. They are owed. Your action struck a... I hope hope you're well, all things considered. Sit for a spell and hear my tale. It's a tragedy, of course, but only I hope will end revenge. The Scourge are trying to form a base here in the Agamemnon Mills. If they do, then they are staged further attacks than Tiristfal. The orders have been given. The Scourge of the Mills must be destroyed. Collect notched ribs from Rattlecage and cracked skull soldiers, and blackened skulls from dark-eye bonecasters. The Agamemnon family was the most prosperous family in Tiristfal Glades. I used to work at their mills before the plague. When the Scourge first came, the Agamemnon fortified their homes and convinced those in their employ to remain and help them defend. We were foolish, but at least we were loyal fools. The Agamemnons, in their pride, doomed us to done death, and now they are minions of the Scourge. Serve the Forsaken by defeating the Agamemnons who fell to the plague. Serve me by bringing me their remains. I know a couple of them roam. Must be upstairs. Didn't do that. Other guy. Opaque wand. Wand. Unequipable by the Huntard. 12 more. We're making good time, I think. Honestly, I've been keeping very good track of it. When the battles with the Scourge wage on, do you part and throw these cursed monoliths and head back into the Plague Lands? Your efforts are appreciated. I will not thank you for doing what is necessary, but I will remember your name. You are the remains of the Agamons, those cursed beasts finally destroyed. Revenge has a sweet taste, don't you think? When you destroyed the Agamons, did you catch any hint of free will within them? I hope so. I hope they knew fear before they were smashed into oblivion. It is a foolish hope, I know, but it is a hope nonetheless. I have destroyed the remains you've given me. That is all remains except for these. Devlin Agamon was a weak and sharp-tongued in life, and was among the first to succumb to the plague. He existed as a slave of the Scourge for a long time, longer than most. As such, he may possess knowledge that would be of value to us. Bring his remains to Magistrate Severin, and tell him that I have told you. He'll know what to do. Wop. What's up, innkeeper Winnie? I'd like to sell you some shit.
Do not seek death.
Speak quickly.
The Vector of Scourge hangs about you. What is it you seek? Devlin Agamon, is that you? You carry in your sack there? Ha! Yes, I knew that Coleman wants to try, and I want to try it too. I hope you're prepared. While the frozen throne lies dormant, the grasp of the Lich King once held over the Scourge grows ever weaker. His grip on a weakling like Devlin Agamon should be weak enough that we can remove it entirely. Speak with Shadow Priestess Malia in the manor on the east side of town. She will assist you in the procedure.
What would you ask?
All able-bodied members of the Horde are hereby ordered to report to Grand Executor Mortis in the Forsaken High Command in Silver Pine Forest. Now more than ever, your help is needed in routing an enemy infestation of the region and conquering the port of Gilneas. To reach Forsaken High Command, you must travel south through Tiristfal Glades and enter Silvermoon Forest. From there, follow the road south until you reach Forsaken High Command. Onward, destiny calls.
What will you require?
Devlin Agamon, listen to my voice. Your mortal remains have been gathered here to place the scent of your childhood. This is Lich King's will, Devlin. Come to us. And my soul belongs to the Scourge. Die, you wretches!
What now? Our time will come.
I don't think anything happened there. I seem to was murdered. Ah, how unfortunate. Perhaps the Scourge domination over Devlin's mind remained too strong. Or perhaps our methods are simply not strong enough. It is possible that Devlin was too simple-minded to comprehend what we were asking him. East, always to the east. You've done much for us here, but women of your caliber are needed elsewhere. To the east lies the Bulwark, a fortified barricade against the ravages of the Plaguelands. The Bulwark protects us from Scourge invasions and has allowed us enough sanctity to build up our forces here in Tiristfal Glades. Go, speak with High Executioner Darrington. He is an ally and will doubtlessly appreciate whatever aid you can give him. Don't get actual tanning until 12, it looks like. I feel like flying was probably an option. But what do I know? see it? Okay, dude. Just a second. I think I saw it. Yep. Nope. That's You have seen the plagued runes that wander to the west of here. These hides, so hideous, so diseased, so perfect. Fetch me 5 of them. I've got an idea for an anti-scourge poison that's guaranteed to succeed. The High Executioner sizes you up. Not much of a hunter, are you? Well, you will be when I'm done with you. Through the strength of the Scarlet Crusade wanes, we are still at war. The report Executor Aaron sent me indicates Scarlet Crusaders have been raiding from the ruined tower in the southeastern Tiristfal, near the Baynir farmstead under the command of Captain Bachin. Kill 3 of the zealots and 4 of his friars. It should prove to be a devastating blow to the crusade. All work has an end. Must be on the side. Yep, there it is.
Hello? Dark Lady, watch over you.
Go find some ruins to murder. That's a bat. That's a bat. There's a broom. Way the fuck over there. There's one. Way the shit over there. There. Level 11. That's 3. Ah. Hopefully this one drops everything down. Boom. Anti-rifle. Throw away. Shame on me. He's on fire. Lily didn't leave anybody to kill. Trying to get that fire, but another spot with these guys. Oh, that's just here. The one's currently up is the captain. Captain don't count for nothing. Lillian killed everybody, man. Nobody left for me to take out. I just need one more fire, yeah. Just this damage. Does he have a... yeah, he's got dash. Okay. So I'm gonna move him to nest bay. Alright. Your actions will slow down the Scarlet Crusade's advancement in Tiristfal quite a bit, hopefully for good, but other threats loom. Shortly before your arrival at the bulwark, I was approached by the most unusual young undead woman. She swore enemy against the Scarlet Crusade, so I sent her to work on our enemies in the north. You saw You say you saw some dead crusaders earlier. Those were probably her work. Go check up on her and see if she uses any assistance in her vendetta against the crusade, though I wouldn't be surprised if she's already killed them all. Let's see, do you have enough hides? Dithers, you've done it again. These are perfect. Dithers samples his latest concoction. This isn't quite there. It needs something to give a little more zing. I've got it. The spiders in the north have a potent venom that'll do the trick. See if you can extract some from me. $5 football. 2 of them are ready for turn in, so 3. That I've actually got to do, maybe. I'm not turning this in, then probably. We're going to get to the point where it's ready to send us to Silver Pine, and I'm going to go crash the Brill in. Probably pass on myself again. I'm not making it tonight like I wanted to. We might make it to 3 if we're lucky. Vicious Nightweb Spider. Boom sack. That's not a spider, that's not a spider. Past the monastery. Losing my mind. Well, this looks like a pretty dead camp of Scarlet and Crusaders. As you look over the rows of the camp, you hear a whisper behind you. I could kill you right now if I wanted to. Better watch your step. Whispers continue. My name is Lillian Voss. Before I died, I was a member of the Scarlet Crusade. My father, High Priest Voss, raised me to be a weapon against the plagued. I studied stealth, sorcery, martial arts, anything to make myself stronger. I gave up my childhood for him. Then as fate would have it, I died and returned as this. My father instantly forgot me, and when I returned, ordered me executed. Come, we will speak with him now in his tower to the northwest.
I am forsaken.
Lillian's pissed. Which is pretty cool, though. So what is it? You Scarlet Mon with her, which gets her swords. And then you do Sholomance with her, right? And she tries to take out, what's his name? The Grand Necromancer, or whatever the fuck his name was. And that's when she gets wrecked, because he, like, takes control of her, makes her fight the group of players, whom, of course, kick her teeth in. It's just like one-shotting these things, dude. It's just like, y'all ain't shit. That's probably why there's a friggin' million of them. Let me just grab an extra few and wrecked them. Brad and fudgy you. Like, I don't really need to be here. I feel like. So many of them. I'm in trouble. Oh, did they nerf the shit out of Consume? Yeah, they did. Only get to like 35% now. That used to be a full restore. Father. Lillian, it's so nice to see you well. Shut up. You raised me to be a killer. How am I doing, Daddy? But wait, I remember now. You taught me to only kill the undead. So do you want me to kill myself, Daddy? Lillian, then again, why kill myself when I can kill you instead? Seen it in color. I've heard this song forever. Running my little spider friend. I was thinking it was gold. I was like, what the shit? Gold. spawn in this one. Gold's the rare iron spawn, right? So it's copper, tin, iron. And silver's the rare spawn for tin, gold's the rare spawn for iron. Iron, I want to say it's mithril. And the rare spawn for mithril is true silver. And what is it, thorium? I don't think there's a rare spawn for thorium. Do you have the venom for vicious nightweb spiders yet? Final component I need in order to test my experiment. Ah, this venom will do perfectly. Everything else has been added to my concoction and bottled down. Thank you. That's what I call oomph. Wish all potions did this. From birth to grave to undeath, we all have our own path to follow. Some are easier than others. It sounds like this Voss girl had a rough path so far. Hopefully she's ultimately chose to join us and follow the Dark Lady. With powers like hers, we could do incredible things. By the way, excellent work out there. If you're ever ready and willing, I have some more work for you in the Plaguelands. There isn't much more glory for you here on the Bulwark. You've done enough already. There may, however, be further adventures waiting in the Silverpine Forest. Speak with my Batman, Timothy Cunningham, and he'll give you a ride to Brill free of charge. Sure, I'll give you a ride if High Executioner Durrington asks for it, and then technically I have to. If you're headed back to Brill, you'll want to stop at Executioner Zygand on your way out. I hear there's some excitement going on in Silverpine Forest to the south. He'll know more than I do. Speak with me again when you're ready to head out. Gotta fight the Brill, please. What was that? Coordinated attack deals additional damage. So welcome back. I've heard stories from the East. Who would have thought the young undead hunter like you would have been the one to wipe out the last whimpering remnants of the Scarlet Crusade? That's it. That's it for today. It's it. What is it?